Hello folks, I was just wanting to show you the model I made of the Blood Moon Tetrad. And there's the four horsemen. And then as you can see, going down through there, I got the whole thing. See if I can zoom it out here. But as you can see, when I bring it up close, it has all the 6 seals at the last blood moon, and then the 7th seal, and there's the 4 horsemen. But anyways, there's the 7th seal, and then the 1st trumpet, and then the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now here, what you're looking at is the woes. The woes in between the 5th, 6th, and 7th trumpet. And then after that, it skips and it goes to the bowls. And there's the bowl 1, bowl 2, bowl 3, bowl 4, bowl 5, bowl 6, and bowl 7. This is a model of the solar and lunar eclipses. I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. Thank you for your time, and God bless. Hello everybody. I've doing a recording here on the newest poster I made, and I tried to put in order of the events on how I think they might play out, but I could be wrong. But here we go. First off, we have the California earthquake and the whole west coast. Here we have the California falling into the ocean, and then next we have where the earth is ripped apart, and then the asteroid that causes tsunamis in the Gulf of Mexico and the east coast. The earth stops spinning due to this asteroid right here hitting, and we have stars falling from heaven, hitting in a lot of other places, and of course we have the 3 days of darkness from the asteroid impact, and we have what some have said to be up to 400 to 1200 foot tall tsunami that hits the east coast of the USA. There you have it there, and I have the lines running down, and I have a map here that shows the tsunami that's going to hit on well, I got it on the west coast, and the east coast is going to lose land mass, and then the Great Lakes are going to become one and run into the Gulf, into the Gulf of Mexico, along right down through the Mississippi, and this will be due to America having a hand in splitting Israel. And then I have another map here that shows fire and fighting and stuff going on, and then of course we have nuclear blast. Now the nuclear blast liable to happen before the west coast earthquake, because I know God said, I do believe God said first it'll burn and then he'll sink it. And then we have the Hoover Dam that breaks, symbolizing a woman's water breaking and a king being born. And so there's the Hoover Dam breaking and the water gushing forth. And we have the four horsemen that will be riding. And I put that over here where I have the Yellowstone volcano erupts. And as you can see, Yellowstone is a pretty big volcano, if not the biggest volcano in the world. And of course I have here a picture that shows how Yellowstone works. And I got a map here also of where the ashes and how much ashes will be in what parts of the USA if it was to erupt. So, and at the bottom of that it says Yellowstone causes mass death and the four horsemen ride. And so anyways, this is my newest poster, and I just wanted to show it all to you. I hope you guys liked it. I'll have more here later. Thanks for your time, and God bless you. Goodbye. Hello everybody. I wanted to show some posters that I've made right quick. There's quite a few of them I've made actually. I'm not really going to zoom in on every one of them, but I will try to show a little bit of what I've made. That one there's Biblical Discoveries. I'm not sure how well this video is going to show up. But as you can see, I've been quite busy working on these. And each and every one of them covers at least one subject or more. And here's my newest one I just put together from Brother David and Brother Kurt put together, and I printed out and put it all together on one big poster board. As you can see, they are Well, this one here, I'd have to get a bird's eye view to show the whole thing of it, but it's quite big. It's like 4 poster boards in one. As I said, there's quite a bit of them that I have. If I was to go in detail, I'd have to record for probably, well, I mean, if I read everything on them, I'd have to record for the next 12 to 14 hours normally, because there's a lot of reading material on each one of them. And like I said, each one of them has 1 to 4 subject as far as subject matter goes. Each one of them can have up to 4 subject matter. Oh, and I'd also like to add, like, all the buckets and the canned milk and the bag of rice and everything, the yeast, the powdered milk and everything that you see around my room here. I'd advise, of course I got my water too, but I'd advise for everybody to gather up rations and like the rice right here. I'd gather up rice and beans and, you know, everything you can, because I believe times are about to get very, very bad. Alrighty, God bless you and have a blessed day. Shalom.
At the River Jordan, crowds flocked to John the Baptist.
I baptize you, ready for the new kingdom. As you are cleansed, so all Israel shall be cleansed.
He said there was trouble in the desert. People are flocking to this wild man, John. I think he's a prophet. Some even call him the Messiah. When you truly repent, God's axe is ready. Every tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into the fire.
All flesh shall see the salvation of God.
And what is the Messiah? Redeemer of the Jews.
Welcome, brothers and sisters in Christ. Alright, this poster here is called Obama the Antichrist. And here we go. as you can see, you see the signs that God has sent showing how this man has been mocking him, and some of the, like he said about the Predator drones, you will never see it coming, and him getting the Nobel Peace Prize, and his limo being nicknamed the Beast. And I mean, there's just so much about this man that points as to who he is. Him coming from the Mohammed Saboud, the cult of the rising sun, which is an Islamic cult and stuff. There's his guillotines and his plan with the Mark of the Beast RFID chip, and of course we have here what is supposed to be his wife, but she's a, how you say, she's a tranny. I believe this was brought to light by Joan Rivers, and shortly after that they I believe they murdered her for bringing this to light. But as it shows here, it's a man, baby, it's a man. And then you have him here with the false prophet, the Pope, and stuff. But as they say, when they say peace and safety, he will destroy many. And this here is the 27 characteristics of the Antichrist, and he has fulfilled all 27 characteristics that there is. I know you probably can't see them here in this video, but surely I tell you, he has fulfilled all 27. And then this here is the biblical characteristics that match one man and one man alone. And all these characteristics about him being arrogant and stern-faced, and how he's a great unifier, and you know how he talks like he's so great and stuff. And I mean, these are just facts of things that is known about him, and things that, like the 666 that follows him wherever he goes. The name Barry Soetoro in Irish mean the spear of destiny, or the spear that they used to pierce Jesus' chest when he was on the cross. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, when he visited Israel, spoke there and revealed his true identity. His name, what it means in Hebrew. In each of the following day, the Illinois lottery number came up 666 on January of 2008, on the 16th, March the 22nd, 2008, October 23rd, 2008, November 5th, 2008, and August the 24th, 2015, the stock market crashed at 15666.4. That means he is the 44th president, his number 666 in 2015. I mean, how many more signs do you people need before you wake up and take note of who you have right here before you that is going to be looking to kill you in the twinkling of an eye once the bride of Christ is gone? It is time to wake up, folks. But whether you do or not is on you for eternity. Alright, thank you. and God bless. Alright folks, here we have another one. I call this the Signs of the Times poster. We have the Blood Moon Tetrad, and then we have the Tribulation chart by Kurt Jurgens, and we have the guillotines that is in Obamacare, the Mark of the Beast tattoo, and the Mark of the Beast chip, and we have the CERN machine, the Large Hadron Collider, which I call it the doorway to hell, or the key to the bottomless pit. And as you see in this picture, there is your 3 sixes, which is the sign of the Antichrist. And there's the Shiva, the goddess of destruction, which is a demon. And also note that CERN is short for Cernunnos, which is a horned goddess or god. Also, I believe is known as Pan. Then we have the signs in the heavens. And the signs in the heavens match up with this this right here. It matches up with this tribulation chart by Kurt. But the signs in the heavens come from Scotty Clark. And then we have the September 23rd sign of Virgo in the lion. The Obamacare that has these execution by guillotine. There's Joe Biden when he went there and visited the Rex 84 FEMA camps, and they gave him a demonstration on how they're going to be chopping heads. And then here's a bigger picture of the Mark of the Beast, which is the size of a grain of rice, an RFID chip. It's in HR 3200, section 2521, page 1001, paragraph 1. And then we have the tattoo of the beast, and we have some executive orders here that the Antichrist, Barack Obama, has signed. And here we got some more information on the Mark of the Beast. As you can see, HR 3590. And as for that, that's pretty much it for that one there. Thank you, and God bless. Coming back soon. Behold, I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give everyone according to what he has done. Revelation 22:12. The following message has been approved for all audiences. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Romans 10:13. Hello folks, I'm back to where I left off on the last one, with Obama being the Antichrist. And as you can see here, it's I started off on this one where I left off on the other, but on the other one I didn't have this here, which was that the fallen angels taught charms and enchantments, the cuttings of roots, and men getting acquainted with plants. This was from the book of Enoch, and it's Pharmakia. See, Pharmakia, as you can see, is the art of sorcery or drug magic. And as you see this sign right here with the two snakes going up the needle, it's the caduceus symbol for medicine. And if you look close right here, and the satanic goat, it's coming right up out of his lap. And I thought that that would be one of the good things to show that, because I know there's not a whole lot out of the book of Enoch that we can take, you know, and trust in, but I believe this is one thing here that God intended. God intended for His people to ask in prayer for healing, not to go so much in for the whole prescription drugs and taking chemicals, putting foreign chemicals in the temple and stuff like that. And then, as you see here, I have the well, the Star of David I cut out because I don't really like to have that in my house. I really don't like to have any of these symbols in my house, but for educational purposes I have them. And this here talks about the Illuminati and their origins, where they pretty much came from and everything, and the Knights Templar. See, the Knights Templar went off and they become branches of the Knights Templar, and they become the Templar degrees of the Scottish Rite, which is now what we call Freemasonry. And the Freemasonry basically is what makes up the Illuminati. It's all one big thing. And then you have the IHS, which is in the Society of Jesus, or the Jesuits. And the I stands for Isis, the H is for Horus, and the S is for Set. And here's what's in the Vatican. The statue of Janus, or Jupiter, which is the snake man, the devil is what it is. And there's your false prophet. See, this one here is, I call this poster the false prophet poster, because that's what it mainly that's what it's mainly talking about here. It says, Pope Francis assures atheists you don't have to believe in God to go to heaven. It's what it is. It's blasphemy by the false prophet. He says Jesus is not a spirit. Jesus is a person, a man. And then up here it talks about the Jesuit order. See, the Jesuit order is they're a military organization. They're not a religious order. Their chief is a general of an army and not the mere father abbot of a monastery. And the aim of this organization's power, its power is the most despotic exercise, absolute power, universal power, power to control the world by the volition of a single man. It's Jesuitism. They just want to control the world. It's an ideal that's been put in these people's head from the fallen angels and from Satan himself. And from the Pope, it's been carried out. They are the ones who, I'd say, without a doubt, who has basically been pulling on the puppet strings, that being the American presidency, and picking our presidents for some time now. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. God bless you, and get ready, because Jesus is coming. Goodbye. Welcome back, friends. This poster here is what we have here is Admiral Byrd. Back in 1947, Admiral Byrd flew into what they call the Hollow Earth. And then that was in February, and then in July of 47, not 5.5 months afterwards, the so-called alien Greys crashed at Roswell, New Mexico. Then 48, Israel became a nation. And then in 49, the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. And then we had a blood moon tetrad. And then February 20th, 1954, following the blood moon tetrad, the government signed this treaty called the Grenada Treaty, although they claim they didn't, but they did. And it was to trade with the aliens, the so-called aliens, which are demons. See, and what it is, the United Nations map, if you look, it doesn't have Antarctic on it, because that's where the fallen angels are. As you can see, this map right here, there is entrances into the earth, and that's where the fallen angels are staying. They call themselves the Ascended Masters. They're demons and principalities who are out to deceive God's children. And they've sold these ideals to these kings and to these rulers of all over the land of Earth, and their offspring, the so-called alien Greys, they are they'll probably come here and they'll have a battle to make the fallen angels, or the Ascended Masters, whatever you want to call them, to make them look like saviors. See, you can see, just look at their eyes, it's all black. It tells you right there how demonic they are. And I believe some of them are in these, see this map here, it's the deep underground military base, the Dumbs. And then we have this reptilian demons, and that's exactly what they are. They're reptilians. And some of them are here right now in human form. And we have the Trilateral Commission, and this here, which is the New World Order. And we have the pyramid here that shows exactly how this world works. We're nothing but debt slaves, as it says. And they seek to control everything about us. They think we're stupid. But what they don't realize, we have a God way greater than what they are, who will stand up for us and who will squash them. Thanks for your time, and God bless. Hello everybody, Zachary here again. This is another poster I wanted to share with you guys. This one here is called the Tell the Lie set. as in television. Okay, so here we go. See, television, they have this thing, it's called sigil magic, and they have these symbols which are like dark magic symbols, and then down here we have your news agencies and who they're connected to at the White House. Their ties to the White House, which is Obama's propaganda ministry. And then you had the very first television set that they ever came out with, called Zenith. And the first television was named Zenith, or one of the first ones, and its programs was delivered by an antenna which brought a signal, or shall we say a sigil, as in sigil magic, which means seal in Hebrew, is a spiritual effect of a talisman, and from the heights of the sky right down into your television, the evil spirit is able to ride the signal straight into your living room, and for all you know, you could have a poltergeist coming right into your room via sigil dark magic. That's S-I-G-I-L, sigil. And then, as you see, when you look over here at Hollywood and what they're doing, Hollywood was a magic wood used by the Druids. It was a wood known to the Norse goddess of the underworld, which was holly or hellwood, in the place of magic. And then you have the little golden idol, which is the Oscar. And then right here we have the worldwide electronic mind control via cell phone towers. See, what they're doing is they use mind control through cell phone brain manipulation of the 5 brain waves that operate your brain. Yes, that's right. There is 5 brain waves that helps in the operation of your brain. And these cell towers, they got these little boxes on top of them that they can turn up and down to manipulate your brain frequencies. And then, as you see here, we have the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which I believe is the internet to be the fulfillment of that tree. And depending on what you use it for, good or evil, it's about the last source that you can go to find truth in the world, since the television is paid to tell only lies. See, because your television is broadcast TV. It's a news paid broadcast to indoctrinate you with lies. And then the last thing on this is spied on through your television. This was by David Petraeus, and he's talking about the CIA and how they are able to literally look right into your house with your new television that you have. And it says here, is your television watching you, or perhaps is any of your other electronics maybe recording what you say, because they do have that capability. Anyway, I just figured I would let you guys in on all these little dirty secrets. And thank you for listening. And as always, God bless you. Goodbye.